So, I'm going to tell you a story. You know, the crazy part about this story. Shit. Okay. So, I told this story to someone who has passed away, and she believed it, but she would kind of laugh a little bit at me, but like she believed it because I shared that story with her while she was alive. She will actually come back as a bird. I actually just read this book, and it's called Signs by Laura Lynn Jackson. If you are into spirituality and you've ever lost a loved one and wish that you could communicate with them after they've passed away, then you should definitely listen to that book on audiobook, or you should buy the book and read it. It's such a good book. And it kind of it did validate the whole scenario of the story I'm eventually going to tell you if I can get through it. So this whole thing with birds in me started probably, I guess it was when my grandpa passed away when I was a kid, and he would start appearing as a redbird, which just flew past my window. Okay, so I started having bluebirds appear, and I would tell my daughter's best friend about these bluebirds. And after she passed away, any time that something was going on with my oldest daughter, most of the time when it was bad, the bluebird would appear to like warn me or something. So if you saw my last post that if I keep it up, I had a rough night, and so did my oldest daughter, because she's struggling with addiction. And well, this morning after I got back home from dropping my youngest daughter off, this bluebird made sure to make its appearance at my kitchen window when I was making a second cup of coffee, because it had been a long night. And it will look back at me just like it is, and make sure it makes eye contact with me before it flies off. And it's funny because my daughter's friend who passed away, she used to say, "Oh man, if I could only be a fly on the wall, I would love to know what my daughter was up to." And now she's a bird when she wants to be. So anyways, I started listening to, I already listened to it, Laura Lynn Jackson's book called Signs. And she has this whole book about communicating with your loved ones after they have crossed over. And it's such a good book, and you can create your own language and your own signs for your loved ones that have crossed over to communicate back with you here on earth, so that you can still like feel their connection and have just that special connection still. Of course, birds are definitely an easier one for them to utilize. So you can ask your loved ones to send you a very specific sign, whether it be a bluebird or a redbird or anything else. My grandma that passed away, she actually communicates with us through a light. Here, I'll insert a clip of that here.
She's energy just utilizing the light as her body because she doesn't have a body anymore. See? Yes. That's cute. Aww.